Okay, imagine this for a sec. You pour everything into building something huge, right? Like truly monumental. Not just, I don't know, a house, but like a skyscraper. Defines the whole skyline.
Yeah, I get you.
And at the very core, the absolute base, you've got this one thing, this single, like unshakable foundation.
Right. And in sports, for a team, that foundation, that's your generational talent.
Exactly. That player, the one who isn't just on the roster, they are the franchise.
Totally. The kind of player, deep down they'll get a statue one day. Their loyalty feels, I don't know, baked into the city's soul. Like it could never, ever break.
Right. You wouldn't even think about trading that person. It feels impossible. Like trying to shatter something you didn't even know could be shattered. It's that connection, It anchors the team, sure, but also the whole identity of the place.
And then just like that, one totally ordinary moment, maybe you're just scrolling your phone, and that foundation just crumbles.
Yeah.
Shatters.
Ugh. That gut punch. Your phone buzzing, then buzzing again, and you just know it's not good.
Yeah. And that collective gasp rolling across a whole city because what just happened feels like a betrayal, a personal one.
That's it. A piece of your identity just ripped away. Goes way beyond the game, doesn't it? It's like this massive disruption to everything. The stories you tell yourself, the promises you thought were real.
And suddenly it's not about stats or wins anymore. It's about the human cost. It's where that passion, that intense fan love just slams head on into cold, hard business.
You nailed it. And that is exactly what we're diving into today, this deep dive. It's all about one of the most, unexpected, frankly, seismic shifts in recent sports history.
We're talking the Dallas Mavericks trading their superstar, their generational guy, Luka Dončić,
to the Lakers, for all teams, for Anthony Davis. And this wasn't some quiet off-season deal cooked up over months. Nope, this was February 1st, 2nd, 2025. Mid-season, an NBA earthquake that hit hard, shook everything.
Seriously, so our mission today really is to peel back every single layer of that earthquake. How did a deal like this, something so unprecedented, even happen?
But more than that, right? The raw human impact on the city, the fans, the players themselves.
Yeah, the real stuff. We're going to dissect those corporate explanations that just, they fell flat completely.
We're going to dive into that raw, unfiltered anger from a whole fan base and really look at the scars, those emotional scars left when that cold business logic just clashes with deep, deep loyalty.
Our goal is to get right to the heart of what this trade really means, way beyond the box score.
It's about what happens when the lines get blurry, between the game you love and just real life. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so seismic shifts. This one kicks off with what people are still calling the midnight betrayal. You know that feeling? Phone buzzes late, bad news vibe.
Oh, yeah, that immediate pit in your stomach, like, uh-oh, something just changed and not for the better.
Totally. Well, for countless NBA fans, especially in Dallas, it was exactly that. Clock ticks over. Saturday, February 1st, 2025, and bam, 11:15 a.m. Eastern. Phones just light up everywhere.
Breaking news alert.
Yeah, but news so shocking that even the reporter, Shams Charania at ESPN, he had to double-check. He literally thought he might have been hacked.
Hey, Shams thought he was hacked. Okay, that says everything. That's how unbelievable this was. Just unfathomable.
And it wasn't just who was traded. It was the history of it. This wasn't some minor roster tweak. This was the first time ever in NBA history.
First time for what?
The two reigning All-NBA team players, top 15 guys in the whole league, consistently were traded for each other mid-season.
Mid-season. Wow, that almost never happens. Two guys at that level. In their prime, swapped like that.
Yeah.
It changes everything. How you even think about player movement. It wasn't a ripple. It was a tidal wave, a paradigm shift. You could feel it, like across the whole league.
Absolutely. And the biggest reason it hit so hard, the core of the shock, was Luka Dončić. By every single measure, this guy was untouchable.
He was the franchise.
Totally. Only 25 years old. Already made 5 All-NBA first teams. That means top 5 player in the league. Year after year.
5 times by 25? That's insane. That level of dominance, so young. And he just took them to the finals in 2024.
Right. He was the undisputed cornerstone, capital C. When you thought Dallas basketball, you thought Luka, period.
He was the Mavs. And didn't he say he wanted to stay?
Yes. That's the other thing. He was asked directly, point blank, about staying long-term. His answer, absolutely not. I intend to sign a long-term contract. Like, zero ambiguity. His loyalty felt rock solid, from his side at least. A real commitment to this city, the team.
It really felt like it. And what's kind of wild here, thinking about it from, the business side.
Yeah.
The sheer audacity. How does a front office even get to the point of considering trading a player like that?
Right.
His age, the accolades, that public commitment, it just reveals this almost desperate kind of thinking, right? That just threw all the conventional wisdom about building a franchise out the window.
It's like they took the playbook, the one that says build around your generational star, and just lit it on fire. Deliberately.
Yeah. You gotta wonder what pressures, what invisible forces were pushing them to make a move that drastic. It doesn't just feel like a gamble.
No, it felt like betrayal. For the fans, that immediate hit, the emotional, the psychological impact, it was devastating.
Oh, absolutely devastating. You heard people, like grown adults, talking about this void, like something vital was just ripped away.
Yeah.
This wasn't just swapping players on a spreadsheet. This felt like a rupture. A rupture of trust, a piece of their identity torn out violently.
Someone compared it to finding out your partner, like your long-term partner, just eloped overnight without telling you.
Wow. That feeling of being robbed, right, robbed of a future you actually believed in, a story you thought you were writing together.
That's exactly why the reaction was so visceral. It wasn't just disappointment, it was grief, collective mourning. The whole city of Dallas, almost instantly, turned into what people called a funeral for a franchise player. A funeral.
A funeral?
Yeah.
We heard about fans like Chick Reedy, 27 years old. It's like 1:22 in the morning, right after the news breaks. He goes home, orders supplies online, duct tapes protest signs together outside the arena.
Oh my God.
Declared like R.I.P. Mavs to 11:23 p.m. February 1st, 2025. And get this, he put one sign right under the Dirk Nowitzki statue.
Symbolically.
Oof.
Under the Dirk statue. That hurts, the irony.
Right, and other fans. Just raw grief, throwing their jerseys on the ground, publicly saying, I'm done. It was spontaneous, widespread, very public.
And then the next day, February 2nd,
right,
there was actually a gathering outside the arena.
Yeah, a really somber gathering. And someone brought a Mavericks-themed casket.
A casket. Wow. Just wow. And the whole Dirk statue thing, the words etched right there on the base. Loyalty never fades away.
Yeah.
In that moment, it just screamed hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Like the city's own promise, embodied by Dirk, was being mocked by the team itself. It felt, I don't know, almost sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious is a good word. That inscription became this really painful symbol, didn't it? Shattered expectations. Because for years, Dallas fans bought in. They embraced the whole passing the torch story.
From Dirk to Luka.
Exactly. They genuinely believed Mavs fan for life wasn't just a slogan for them. It applied to the stars, too. The team even sold a passing the torch commemorative coin.
They sold a coin.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it so much worse. So this trade, it didn't just break a story. For a lot of people, it felt like the last bit of childhood innocence got stomped on.
Yeah. We heard from fans like Chris Ebbison trying to explain the business of sports to his 6-year-old.
Oh, man. Imagine trying to explain that kind of betrayal to a kid who just saw their hero, poof, gone overnight. It's not just a game then. It shakes their whole world, their understanding of loyalty, of trust.
So when we talk about this, what we're really seeing is the brand promise, just shattering. That unspoken deal between a team and its fans. Loyalty, legacy, shared future, identity. When you break that, how do you even start to rebuild? The money side is obvious, yeah, but it's so much deeper than dollars and cents.
It's like an organizational self-inflicted wound.
Yeah.
Like blowing up your own headquarters and then being confused why everyone's pissed off.
Exactly. You burn the bridge. Now you wonder why no one's crossing. It's just such a clear example of how short-sighted decisions wreck long-term fan connection.
That's a really good point. And psychologically, it hits deep. That bond fans have with their heroes, it's personal. It's not just a logo. It's shared dreams.
Collective identity. And that feeling of being robbed, of being part of the journey, the grief grown adults felt, those awful conversations with kids, it's like collective trauma.
Totally. Sports is supposed to be that escape, right? You invest emotionally, feel connected, and then a business decision just rips it away. It's like your own team broke your heart.
Yeah.
Right there on the court.
Yeah. It's the entity you poured everything into.
So, okay. Shock. Mourning. Then the Mavs organization has to try and spin this, right? Control the narrative. And this is where it gets, well, kind of pathetic, honestly. The justifications just started falling apart immediately.
Oh, yeah, like watching a Jenga tower wobble and then crash. The official story kept shifting. The reasons felt so flimsy right from the jump.
So weak. Nico Harrison, the GM, his first defense was, quote, I believe that defense wins championships. Okay, fine. And getting Anthony Davis, who is an all-defensive guy, all-NBA player, gave him a better chance to win now and in the future.
Defense wins championship, the oldest line in the playbook. Classic. but sometimes classically weak. And the wild part, the actual data, the numbers, just blew that argument up. Dallas actually had a better defensive rating with Luka this season than the Lakers did with AD.
We better with Luka on the floor.
That too.
Seriously. For anyone listening, defensive rating is basically points allowed per 100 possessions. Lower is better.
Yeah.
And get this. Last year, when the Mavs went to the finals, their defense post-All-Star break was 13th best in the league. The Lakers, with AD, they were 23rd in that same stretch.
Wow. So the numbers just flat out contradict the main reason they gave.
Completely. So what does that tell you? Either they didn't know their own stats, which seems unlikely,
Right.
or more likely it was a deliberate spin job. Trying to control the story, hoping nobody would check the facts, underestimating the fans, basically.
Feels way more like the second one. Less strategy, more damage control, flimsy PR, trying to distract from, well, the other reasons people suspected. Like maybe needing a different type of player, or maybe, just maybe, money.
The money. Always follow the money, right.
Yeah.
Luka's potential supermax contract, we're talking, what, $345 million? Huge deal.
Yeah.
Designed to keep stars with the team that drafted them.
But also a massive hit to the payroll, especially if owners are looking to cut costs.
Exactly. So blame defense, shift the focus away from those tricky financial talks or other strategic pressures nobody wanted to admit to. If that wasn't enough, Team Governor Patrick Dumont, his first public comments. Oh boy. Everyone read it as a passive-aggressive shot at Luka.
How so?
He starts talking about NBA greats, MJ, Bird, Kobe, Shaq, emphasizing their singular focus to win and hard work.
Ouch. Implying Luka didn't have that. That's textbook character assassination on the way out. And conveniently, right, said by those anonymous leaks about Luka's weight, conditioning, and surprise, surprise, the salary stuff.
It's the classic move. Make him the bad guy, not us. And the irony is just glaring. You're talking work ethic. You bring up Shaq, the guy who famously admitted he kind of coasted during the regular season sometimes.
Right. Didn't always train hard in the offseason. Meanwhile, Luka's got the second highest playoff scoring average in NBA history. He once matched a 64-win team's entire first-half score by himself in a Game 7.
It's almost funny. Cherry-picking legends, hoping nobody connects the dots or remembers Luka actually, dominating on the court. But psychologically, that move, trying to tear down the star as he leaves, it wounds the fans even more.
Deeply. Those leaks, the subtle digs, even if they don't say his name, fans feel it. It poisons their memory of the player they loved, and their trust in the team. Creates even more resentment.
Just makes everything worse. It's that extra twist of the knife, trying to rewrite the story to justify their decision. And the anger, it didn't just stay as tweets or boos, it hit them financially hard.
Yeah, people started voting with their wallets. Thousands reportedly canceled their Mavs TV subscriptions, the team's streaming service. The anger went straight from the stands to the business office. Real consumer protest.
And it wasn't just fans. Local businesses jumped in, turning their own outrage into some seriously clever marketing.
Oh yeah, they basically became the voice of the fans, right? Giving that anger a public stage. Like Home Zone Furniture, Dallas-based, decent-sized brand. They ran these commercials during a Lakers game.
Perfect timing.
Genius move. They basically recreated the fan protests, traded away this fan favorite sofa, had actors with signs chanting outside their fake headquarters. It was sharp, funny, and it landed. Big time. Resonated with that alienated fan base.
That's brilliant marketing. Shows how deep this cut. And then Celestial Beer Works, the brewery.
The beer, yes. They brewed a Sell the Team Double Hazy IPA. Released it on February 21st. Named it.
Let me guess, number 77.
Of course. And brewed it to 7.7% ABV. The co-owner, Molly Reynolds, called it something to drown fan sorrows and absorb salty tears.
Absorb salty tears.
Oh.
Wow. One fan, Hunter Ostick, talked about feeling so betrayed. So this beer, it's not just beer. It's like liquid therapy, group therapy in a can.
Totally. A product designed to help process trauma. It shows that deep-need fans have to hold on to their connection with a player even when the team ditches them.
Yeah, that misery loves company thing. Finding comfort in shared anger, shared sadness.
Yeah.
And that defiance, right? Keeping the tributes alive despite the team trying to erase him. It's fans taking back the narrative, saying, he's our hero, you don't decide that.
Exactly. Very human response to feeling wronged, finding solidarity. And while fans are doing that, the Mavs organization is basically hitting delete, trying to scrub Luka from existence.
Like he was never there. Yeah. That big picture at Love Field Airport, gone. Banner in the arena, down. Vanished from the team stores. They were even selling Luka gear at a discount.
Discount Luka merch. Ice cold. And the pregame hype video used to be all Luka. Now, Barely a glimpse, a systematic effort to just wipe him clean, like a bad memory.
But, for all their efforts, that grassroots resistance, it just shows you can't totally control culture or memory. You can take down banners, pull jerseys off racks.
But you can't erase that connection, that real deep bond fans have with players who become part of the city.
Nope. Those 2 Luka murals are still up in Dallas, the NBA 2K cover one, and that superhero one at St. Pete's Dancing Marlin. The owner, Pete Sato, he's like, nope, staying up. He's always going to be a Maverick to me.
Good for him. It's the real story winning out over the corporate spin. And speaking of the spin, the whole handling of this, a PR pro, Stephen Wave, called it atrocious.
Atrocious.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't hear PR people talk like that publicly about a major team often. That tells you something.
Yeah, it was bad. A total failure in crisis communication. First off, the trade itself gets finalized in the middle of the night. Feels secretive, shady right away.
Definitely shady timing. And then the press conference after. Vague. Light on reasons. Just empty words about defense, no real why, no how.
Right. And that creates a vacuum, doesn't it? And what rushes into a vacuum? Anger, speculation, conspiracy theories.
Just show they had no clue how to talk to their own community in a crisis. No transparency. And it wasn't just bad PR outside, inside. Total mess, leaking everywhere.
Oh, the internal drama. So key people like Mark Cuban, the old owner, even Dirk, reportedly weren't on the same page. Some didn't even know about the trade till super late.
Or maybe not at all.
They didn't tell Dirk. Or Cuban wasn't fully in the loop? That's nuts. Cuban even tried to talk Harrison out of the trade.
No way. Yeah. Cuban, the guy who was the Mavs forever, joking later to Bill Gates he'd have to hide if his successor pulled a move like that. When your former boss, the empire builder, is trying to stop and then joking about hiding. You screwed up big time.
It screams chaos upstairs. Dysfunctional decision-making. Huge red flag.
For sure. The layers of secrecy needed to keep that from key people. It says a lot about a team in crisis. And that chaos, that disconnect, it spilled right onto the court, affecting the fans directly. The Mavs started censoring their own fans at home games.
Censoring them.
Like actively avoiding showing fans on the Jumbotron if they looked critical. One guy during karaoke cam mouths, "Fire Nico the GM." Camera zooms out fast. Then he gets ejected.
Ejected for mouthing something. Yikes. Not a good look. And others got tossed for just holding Fire Nico signs. One guy even said security pushed him.
Yeah, that's just breaking trust even more, right? Silencing people only makes them louder, angrier. It sends that message. We only like you when you shut up and cheer. Unquestioning obedience.
And the Mark Cuban moment. This peak absurdity. The guy who built his brand on being the fans' owner, Mr. Courtside, yelling at protesters to shut the F up and sit the F down.
He actually said that to fans.
Unbelievable. Right. Then, this completely bizarre damage control attempt. He offers courtside tickets to one of the guys who got ejected, Garrett Busy, a guy who owned 7 Luka jerseys.
Wait, so first you scream at him, kick him out, then offer freebies?
It's just baffling. Shows how totally out of touch they were, how stunned they were by the fan reaction. Like they fundamentally didn't understand how much people cared.
Yeah, just bizarre. And the fallout went beyond bad press and angry fans. It got serious. Real-world safety stuff. Nico Harrison, the GM, reportedly got death threats.
Ugh, that's terrible. Never. Okay. But it shows how extreme that passion can get when fans feel that deeply betrayed.
It's scary. The NBA's head of security, Leon Newsom, reportedly at Luka's return game because of actual safety concerns. That's how intense it got. Transcended sports.
Rick Welts, the Mavs CEO, even admitted he probably underestimated the reaction. Said the fallout was unlike anything in his 47 years in the NBA.
Underestimated. And get this. An internal town hall for employees, the ones actually dealing with angry fans. Reportedly, management expressed empathy and got eye rolls back. Eye rolls.
Whoa. That internal disconnect, that feeling of insincerity from the top, says everything about the morale hit inside the building.
Unbelievable. And they just kept missing the mark. That Valentine's Day post on X. Heart-shaped boxes with player faces.
Let me guess. All the replies were about Luka?
Yep. Vast majority of over 500 replies tagged Dončić instead. They just don't get it.
No. But here's the crazy irony, right? For all that drama, all the terrible PR, what actually happened on the court right after the trade? AD's debut for Dallas. Monster game.
Okay, so AD balled out immediately. Yeah, 26 points, 16 boards, 7 assists, 3 blocks. Barely played 30 minutes. The team had a record 18 blocks that night. He even got a standing ovation when introduced.
A standing O. Wow, it must have been a weird moment for fans. Still angry, still grieving, but also seeing talent is talent. Complex.
Super weird contradiction. But then The setback everyone kind of saw coming?
Here it is. The AD injury misc, which everyone knew about. Big risk factor.
A great start, but he leaves in the third quarter. Adductor strain. Out for weeks.
Of course. His injury history was the huge question mark before the trade, made the gamble even bigger. So naturally, the cruelest irony hits. You make this massive, unpopular trade for an injury-prone star.
And boom, he's hurt almost immediately. Felt like a curse, didn't it?
Totally felt like a curse. And then, the ultimate twist. After losing the first 2 games post-trade, Wells goes 3-1 in the next 4, upset wins over Boston, Houston, Golden State.
And the kicker.
Often without Anthony Davis playing.
Winning without the guy they traded their superstar for.
Oh, man. That just highlights the talent they already had, right? Makes you question the whole point of blowing it up even more. Like, maybe they were okay. Exactly. The wins don't heal the wound. Kyrie Irving, Luka's old teammate, put it perfectly, said something like, basketball isn't just a game. It's spiritual. A connector. Scoreboard looks good, team wins, but the city's heart, still aching.
Great quote from Kyrie. And that fed right into the Luka trade curse narrative, which really took off. It wasn't just AD getting hurt. Kyrie himself goes down later with an ACL tear. Younger guys like Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, injuries piled up.
The injury bug bit hard. And look, injuries happen, they're random. But when it happens right after this trade, this massively controversial, emotional trade, it feels connected. Like the trade itself brought bad luck, destabilized everything. It's superstition maybe, but it feels real when you're living through it.
Totally. And if the AD situation wasn't bad enough, the Quentin Grimes trade, that just cemented the idea that the front office was completely lost.
Oh, the Grimes trade. Yeah, 2 days after the Luka bomb, February 4th. Smaller deal, seemed a minor leaguer compared to Luka. Mavs send Quentin Grimes and a 2025 second-rounder to Philly for Caleb Martin. But this smaller trade, it just magnified the bad judgment. Because what happened next with Grimes?
Oh, yeah, disaster class. Grimes goes to the Sixers and just explodes immediately. Averages like 29 points over 9 games in March, drops a career-high 46, has 5 30-plus point games, all in a Sixers jersey.
46 points. From the guy they basically gave away for Caleb Martin, who, meanwhile,
averaged 5 points in 5 games for Dallas, and also got hurt. It wasn't just a bad trade, it was like a compounding error. Proved they didn't even know the talent they had.
Ouch. Just ouch.
That's like, okay, you trade your superstar, fine, but then you trade another promising young guy for basically nothing and he immediately becomes a star somewhere else. It just reinforces that feeling.
Yeah.
These guys are losing the plot, making moves that actively hurt the team.
Yeah, that fit argument wears thin fast when the guy you traded is dropping 40 somewhere else. It feels like they doubled down on a bad bet and rolled snake eyes. Again, it's just this constant painful reminder for fans watching what you had just slip away.
The psychological hit of seeing Grimes ball out like that after Luka, brutal. Adds insult to injury, deepens that regret, that frustration. It's not just numbers, it's proof the decision makers might not get it, might not understand the assets they have, or what the fans want.
Yet, even with the team trying to erase him, Luka's presence in Dallas, still undeniable. His impact is just too deep, goes way beyond the official story. You can take down an airport banner, sure.
But you can't delete memories or art. Stuff that gets woven into the city's fabric.
Right, like Jenny Grumble's new art piece of Luka, made out of cereal boxes, super unique tribute. And Pete Sotto, the bar owner with the superhero Luka mural, still there. He's adamant. He's always going to be a Maverick to me.
Loves that. And the Chop Sports Bar introduced the Long Live Luka shot, priced at $7.77. His number.
These aren't just little nods. They're acts of collective memory. A clear statement. The real story isn't written in press releases or decided by who's selling merch. It's on the streets, in people's hearts. It's that quiet, firm defiance against the corporate erasure. The real truth winning out. That's powerful stuff.
And all that emotion, all that defiance, it all pointed towards one night, one huge, potentially explosive moment, April 9th, Luka Dončić returning to Dallas as a Laker.
The ultimate flashpoint for everyone. Fans, the team, Luka himself. Was it going to be closure? Or more likely, just renewed outrage?
Yeah, not much middle ground there, felt like. That night was electric. People predicted crazy intensity, like brimstone fire, Lakers fans trying to invade, but diehard Mavs fans still showing up for Luka, even after everything. Just this weird collision, right? Loyalty, anger, bittersweet pride.
And the Mavs actually planned a tribute video for him. Talk about walking a tightrope.
Seriously, they kind of had to honor him right. But knowing how raw the anger still was, big risk. A real test of managing their image while acknowledging how deep the feelings ran. Business meets raw emotion head on.
And while the team planned their tribute, the fans, they had counter plans. Jake Reedy, the protest sign guy, he was back.
The OG protester. What was his plan this time?
Ambitious. Tried to sell enough Fire Nico clown nose shirts to fund giving away 10,000 of them. Wanted to pack the arena like a playoff game, hold Nico Harrison directly responsible. Other fans talked about running 77 laps around the arena.
10,000 clown noses. That's commitment. It wasn't just game night. It was like a communal reckoning. Fans needing to express everything, find some kind of release, even if nothing was really resolved.
Absolutely. And the night itself, exactly what you'd expect. Emotional, electric, super awkward sometimes. Luka had tears streaming down his face watching that tribute video before the game started. Clearly still processing being shipped out of the city he thought was his forever home. And a lot of fans felt that too. Even Dirk was there. His first Dallas home game since the trade. He'd only seen one other game live since Feb 1st. Luka's Lakers debut in L.A. Lots of fans still rocking Luka 77 jerseys, Mavs, Slovenia, even Lakers ones.
And the chants.
Oh, yeah. Fire Nico. Chant started like 4 seconds after the tip-off. First dead ball. Harrison was standing right there in the tunnel. Clear message.
Wow. Yet through all that, Luka played lights out.
Incredible game. 45 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Lakers win, clinch a playoff spot. He dropped 31 in the first half alone, raining threes. Joined Wilt Chamberlain, only the second guy ever to score 45 plus 4 and against the same team in the same season.
After the game, he told ESPN it was the most vulnerable he has ever been playing basketball. Said he saw the video, thought, no way I can play, but his teammates rallied around him. And then, the line everyone waited for, it's time to move on.
Yeah. He talked later, I think, at a Yankees game about his off-season weight loss. Said, I just think I needed a fresh start after everything that happened. Admitted the Mavs' leaks about his conditioning lit a fire under him. Wanted to prove them wrong. Showed off the new physique in men's health, too.
Okay, so Luka's return game. Emotional chaos. Now it's over. The Mavs got to look ahead, right? What were their off-season priorities after blowing up the roster like that?
Well, first big thing was getting Kyrie Irving healthy. Remember, he tore his ACL, season-ending injury, huge loss. Then they had the lottery pick, which turned out well for them. And exploring trades, they had assets. 3 first-round picks, about 12 players on tradable contracts between $2 and $16 empers.
A lot of speculation, too, right?
Yeah.
About maybe trying to get Kevin Durant, team him up with Kyrie and AD.
Yeah, the KD rumors are out there, but a tall task, as they say. Salary cap gymnastics would be intense. Those 3 guys alone would cost like $150 million combined.
Woo. And Nico Harrison, the GM, he's not shy about making moves. Since he took over in mid-2021, 16 trades. Think about that.
16 trades. Wow. Only 2 guys left from the team that went to the Western Conference Finals in 2022 are Dwight Powell and Spencer Dinwiddie. Constant churn, always searching for that right mix.
And the lottery pick. They lucked out, right? Won the draft lottery.
Big time. Got the #1 pick, selected Cooper Flagg from Duke. He's the new cornerstone. The narrative shifts to him now. Heard an Eastern Conference GM call him a generational talent, basically jealous Dallas landed him.
And the Mavs execs seem high on him.
Yeah, saying he's everything we thought he'd be and even more. Praising his dedication. Apparently, he shot poorly in one summer league game, then demanded to play a 3rd game just to prove his good game wasn't a fluke. Kid's got drive.
Interesting footnote. Remember those pre-trade rumors about LeBron wanting to come to Dallas? Reunite with Kyrie and AD?
Yeah.
Kind of ironic now, huh?
Totally ironic. And zooming out a bit, the Mavs CEO, Rick Welts, he was talking about other stuff too, like the WNBA growth. He helped launch it, called it a 28-year overnight success.
And the NBA's TV deal.
Yeah.
Tripling the money. But he also mentioned the local TV model being broken. That's why they have Mavs TV direct-to-consumer, but it doesn't make the same kind of cash for the team.
Okay, so you look at all this, the trade, the fallout, the new direction. It forces you to zoom out even further, right? Ask bigger questions. Because floating beneath all the basketball talk, there's this other theory, the Dončić conspiracy. What if this wasn't just about basketball? What if it was about something bigger, something driven purely by profit?
This brings us to the whole billionaire's game idea. The theory goes, some owners, like the Angelsons who bought the Mavs, they own Las Vegas Sands Corp., they care more about the big money, like that massive $76 billion NBA TV deal speculation. Maybe more than winning itself.
Right. Using teams to cut costs, like dodging Luka's $345 million supermax. Using financial loopholes like amortization to farm taxes. Viewing the team less like a community trust, more like a profit machine.
Well, Luka himself loses that, right? Moving to L.A. means he loses potentially $116 million because the supermax is tied to the team that drafted you. helps the owners cut costs.
It's the classic house always wins scenario. And remember, Mark Cuban, the guy who said he'd divorce his wife before trading Dončić, he sells his majority stake to the Adelsons and Patrick Dumont in November 2023. Why? Cuban himself said he needed other revenue streams, casinos, real estate, hotels, just to compete in the new NBA landscape.
Which fits perfectly with what the Adelsons reportedly want. A massive Vegas-style casino resort in Dallas, with the arena right in the middle. Potential value, $20 billion. This isn't just about hoops for them. It's a massive real estate play.
And you've got NBA Commissioner Adam Silver pushing legalized gambling for a decade now. Wants to jumpstart interest, especially overseas. It all lines up almost too neatly.
Didn't an ESPN reporter say Luka's camp felt blindsided? Told he'd have input, then suddenly, nope, changed fast.
Yeah. And no official record Luka demanded a trade. Sources say he just stopped resisting when the old promises vanished. The source even said the trade order came from above, beyond the GM. Somebody in ownership telling you, just make the deal.
Whoa. And then there's the old friends angle. Lakers GM Rob Pelinka, Mavs GM Nico Harrison. Super tight. Came up together via Nike, Kobe's agent stuff. The theory, they cooked this up together. Helps the Lakers massively. Helps Nico's billionaire bosses.
But the huge hurdle, Texas gambling laws. It's banned in the state constitution. Needs a 2/3 vote in both chambers to change.
Right.
And the legislature only meets 140 days every 2 years. Super tough, super expensive fight.
The Adelsons have been fighting it for years. Spent millions, $4.5 million on state races in 2020 alone. Hired over 100 lobbyists, including ex-Governor Rick Perry, all to try and build Vegas 2.0 in Dallas-Fort Worth. Their latest attempt in Irving got shot down by locals.
But then, Governor Greg Abbott used to be against it. Now, he supports legalizing sports gambling. There are actual bills in the works for the 2025 session.
Okay, so connect the dots. Conspiracy theory conclusion is kind of chilling. Vegas billionaires, maybe not basketball fanatics, buy the Mavs for finance and casino reasons. Lobbying stalls. So plan B, maybe pushed by Silver wanting global growth. Ship Luka to LA, helps Silver, maybe gets the Adelsons a path to a Vegas expansion team later, or tank the Mavs, move them to Vegas. Or just sit tight, lose games, farm taxes.
It makes a strange kind of sense, maybe more sense than Nico Harrison, a guy with 20 years experience suddenly becoming monumentally stupid, as the theory puts it.
Yeah. The chilling part isn't just gambling money. It's how that traditional idea of loyalty, team to player, team to city, gets twisted when owners see teams just as chess pieces for bigger real estate and entertainment deals.
It feels like one symptom of a bigger thing, right? Everything just getting commodified, turned into an asset.
This whole deep dive,
Yeah.
it really shows it's so much bigger than just basketball. It makes you ask, right? In this world of sports where everything feels so transactional, players have more power, owners have shifting priorities, what does loyalty even mean anymore?
Is it a two-way street? Or just this one-sided thing fans feel? Or maybe just a nice idea that corporations use when it suits them?
And that connection, that deep, almost spiritual thing between a city and its star player, can that ever really be broken? Or does it just change into something else, like simmering anger or a bittersweet memory, or maybe even this weird unconditional love that outlasts the team itself?
And for us, as fans watching all this, how do you even process it? That cold business logic crashing against the pure, fiery passion that makes us love the game in the first place.
Yeah. What does it say about us that we pour so much of ourselves, our identity, into something that can just be dismantled in a boardroom somewhere?
This story, it's not just about a trade. It's about how fandom works, that emotional coding. It's about the shock of betrayal and just the messy, sometimes beautiful, sometimes really painful way we deal with things left unfinished, unresolved in our lives.
So the final thought, in a world where it feels like every connection, everything we care about, has a price tag, can our deepest passions for a team, a player, a city's identity ever truly be safe, protected from the bottom line?
Or are we, as fans, just always investing our hearts in someone else's business plan?
Something to think about.
This episode is powered by NeonKore Media for stories they said were too real to tell.